If you love stories about love, lies, and the moment everything breaks, you're in the right place. Hey, if you're drawn to tales filled with love, betrayal, and gut-punch confessions, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell so you don't miss any stories. Now, let's dive in. I can still feel the burn of tequila searing down my throat the moment I spoke the sentence that wrecked my world. I messed up, I murmured. That's when he pressed record. But hold on, I need to take you back. 3 months earlier, everything in my life seemed like it had fallen perfectly into place. I was engaged to a man who worshipped the ground I walked on. His name was Elijah, and he wasn't just the kind of guy people noticed. He was the one women secretly wished they'd met first. Not just for his looks, but for how deeply and tenderly he loved me. Every morning, without fail, he left little notes on the mirror. Things like, even more stunning than yesterday, or how did I get this lucky? We'd been together for 4 years. He asked me to marry him on the same pier where we'd shared our very first kiss. No crowd, no fanfare, just a quiet, heart-melting proposal that suited him perfectly. I was knee-deep in wedding plans, floral Pinterest boards, catering spreadsheets, and heated debates with my mom over who deserved a seat at the reception. Then Clara, my best friend since college, invited me to her bachelorette bash in Miami. I should have declined. I know that now. But she pleaded. Said I owed her one last wild fling before entering wifedom. I had no intentions of letting loose. I packed cozy sleepwear and even brought an extra charger for my Kindle. Responsible, right? That night unraveled faster than I could blink. The drinks didn't stop flowing. I don't even like tequila, but it just kept showing up in my hand. I remember laughing until my jaw ached, dancing until my feet gave out, and then, him. He said his name was Max Tall. Confident. A smile framed by the kind of dimple that made you forget your surroundings. I didn't realize when I drifted away from Clara and the others. One moment we were dancing, the next I was talking to him. It's just a harmless chat, I told myself. It wasn't. The rest of the night exists in fragments. Bits and pieces, an elevator ride, the click of a hotel door, stumbling into a room that wasn't mine. I woke up disoriented, head pounding, stomach churning. My shirt was still on. My jeans were neatly folded on a chair. Max lay beside me, fast asleep. My insides twisted. I barely held myself together long enough to snatch my things and slip out quietly. Clara was still knocked out when I crept back into our Airbnb. I took a 40-minute shower, scrubbing as if guilt were something I could wash off. I tried to convince myself maybe nothing serious had happened. Maybe I could lock it away and forget. But something inside me shifted. I couldn't look myself in the mirror the same way. I told no one. Not even Clara. When I landed back home, Elijah was waiting at the airport with a bouquet in hand and a smile that broke me all over again. He kissed me like I'd been gone for months. Did you have a good time? He asked. It was incredible, I lied. From that moment forward, I carried a weight in my chest that grew heavier by the day. I sobbed under the hot spray of the shower, stared blankly at our engagement photos, and hated the reflection that stared back at me. Elijah remained loving, patient, steady. When I became withdrawn, he assumed the wedding stress was getting to me. He never pushed. Then came the night everything collapsed. We were curled on the couch watching one of our favorite shows. He went to pour us each a glass of wine. I sat frozen, trembling, unsure if I could swallow the truth any longer. He returned, handed me a glass, and something inside me cracked wide open. I broke into sobs. He set his wine down and wrapped his arms around me. What's wrong, baby? I made a mistake, I said, barely audible. He didn't move. Didn't flinch. Just sat motionless. What kind of mistake? His voice was calm but firm. I couldn't face him. In Miami. I was drunk. I never meant for it to happen. I don't even remember everything, but... My throat closed around the words. I think I slept with someone. Silence stretched between us like a chasm. When I finally looked up, Elijah's face was blank. Emotionless. His eyes, usually filled with warmth, looked vacant. Say it again. What? Say what you did. I cheated on you, I whispered. That's when he leaned forward and tapped his phone. The screen showed a recording app. I froze. You recorded me? He stood. I needed to hear it from you. And I needed proof. Not for myself. For what comes after. Elijah, please. Do you even understand what you've done to me? His voice cracked. I trusted you with everything. I would have taken a bullet for you. I reached out in desperation. He pulled away like I was something poisonous. Then he said something that chilled me to my bones. I already knew. My world spun. He walked to the cabinet, opened a drawer, and pulled out a small black USB stick. I hired someone. A friend of mine was at the club that night. He saw you with Max. He followed you. Filmed everything. My knees buckled. I collapsed onto the couch. Elijah, I didn't mean for this. I was drunk. I wasn't thinking. And that's your excuse? That you were wasted, he snapped. No, I know it doesn't make it right. It was disgusting. It was wrong. But I love you. I never stopped loving you. He stared at me like I was a stranger. You don't destroy the people you love. I sobbed. I'll do anything. Please. Let me make it right. You don't get that chance, he said coldly. I already took care of it. What do you mean? He inhaled deeply. I sent the footage to your parents. And your sister. And Clara. No, I choked. Why would you do that? Because they all see you as some perfect little angel. And I was tired of being the clueless idiot while you wore the crown. I needed the truth to come from your lips. So I waited. Elijah, please. Don't. I already did, he said, voice flat. My phone buzzed violently. Messages lit up the screen. One from my mother. Call me immediately. I still love you, I whispered. He turned to the door. And I loved you. But I don't even know who you are anymore. Then he left. He never came back. It's been 6 months. The wedding's been cancelled. I moved out of the apartment we once shared. My parents haven't looked at me the same since. Clara won't return a single message. My sister blocked me completely. Everything is gone. And still, I revisit that night, me on the couch, confessing through sobs, thinking honesty might somehow bring healing. Instead, it sparked a war I never saw coming.